Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Y.S. Sharmila Reddy, daughter of the late Chief Minister Dr. Y.S. Rajashekar Reddy, the legendary leader of the United Andhra Pradesh. The misrule of the KCR's government has prompted me to float a party, a regional party in the state of Telangana, calling it after the name of my dad, YSR Telangana Party. And since the time of its inception last year, we have actively taken it upon ourselves to fight for the people of Telangana. And in that endeavor, I have taken up a walkathon along Padayatra in Telangana that has covered 5 districts, 5 erstwhile districts to date, and almost 2,500 kilometers. The sole agenda being to highlight the problems faced by the people of Telangana. While Mr. KCR claims that the people of Telangana are living in a state of bliss, the contrary is true. Therefore, in order to bring to light the problems faced by the people of Telangana and also the failed promises, the promises that KCR failed to keep, we have taken up this long Padayatra that is still yet to continue in the remaining districts of Telangana. That said, I am here today in Delhi to highlight one particular problem, to throw light on one particular issue. This being the biggest scam of India. I call this the biggest scam of India because there have been many other scams, and notionally they are probably more in value, but this particular project that I am talking about, the Kaleshwaram lift irrigation project, the scam of this project is bigger because it's not just virtual money that's involved here, it's actual physical money that has actually cost the exchequer of this country. Actual physical money has been lost. This is probably the biggest scam in India because in monetary terms, the tune of the money involved here is 1,20,000 crores of rupees. 1,20,000 crores of rupees was invested in this project called the Kaleshwaram lift irrigation scheme, and the money that was thrown into this project has been hugely siphoned off. This is probably, I'm surely the only project, irrigation project in India which cost our country 1,20,000 crores of rupees but has irrigated only less than 1 lakh acres. While this project cost 1,20,000 crores of rupees and was meant to irrigate 18 lakh acres of land, it has irrigated less than 1 lakh acres. Even the government of Telangana, in one of its recent announcements, announced that in the year 21-22, the number of acres that this Kaleshwaram project has irrigated is only 57,000 acres of land. While saying this, I must also say that this Kaleshwaram project was originally the brainchild of my father, Dr. Y.S. Rajashekar Reddy. But since then, it has been distorted in every form and design. While Dr. Rajashekar Reddy, the then Chief Minister, called this the Pranahita Ambedkar Pranahita Chevella project, he wanted to irrigate 16,40,000 acres of land, meant to cost 38,000 crores of rupees. But this idea has been taken, distorted in every which way you look at it, and KCR has called this the Kaleshwaram project, meant to irrigate 18,25,000 acres of land, but at an overwhelming cost of 1,20,000 crores of rupees. I must also say that of the 1,20,000 crores of rupees invested in this project, just for your info, this project was constructed since it began construction since 2016 and was declared completed in 2019. And allow me to tell you how the funds into this project came in. 1,20,000 crores is what went into this project, and of this 1,20,000 crores that was invested in this project, around 1 lakh crores came from central financial institutions, thereby making it no more a state level scam. Power Finance Corporation has loaned 38,000 crores to this project. Rural Electrification Corporation has loaned 30,000 crores to this project. NABARD and others have loaned 17,000 crores to this project, and PNB Consortium has loaned 12,000 crores to this project, literally amounting to all 97,500 crores of rupees. So almost 1 lakh crore of rupees, of Indian rupees, was funded, was loaned by central financial institutions. So since so much of money came from central financial institutions, this can no more be called a state level scam. And since so much of money is involved from the central financial institutions, we have, I believe, this allows the CBI to enter in, because this is no more under just the state jurisdiction. Now this scam has crossed all state borders, because the funds that were involved in this project came directly from central financial institutions. Therefore, since there is this new discussion about CBI not having the jurisdiction to enter states, but this project, since it has funds loaned by central financial institutions, we have spoken to the CBI and they have said yes, in fact, we can investigate into this because the funds have indeed come from central financial institutions. We have met the CBI director. We have approached the CBI director, and the CBI director has assigned a DIG rank officer to look into this project, the corruption involved in this project. allow me. And the money that was thrown into this project has been hugely siphoned off. This is probably, I'm surely the only project, irrigation project in India, which cost our country 1,20,000 crores of rupees, but has especially actually the major ones and the smaller ones. Be it big, be it small, every project is being handed to this company, and the big question arises, why? Three major projects of Telangana state is the Kaleshwaram, the Mission Bhagiratha, and the Palamur Rangareddy irrigation project. All three of them have been handed over to this one particular company called the Mega Engineering. And not only these, even smaller works like road maintenance or school supplies or anything for that matter is being awarded to this one particular company. The question arises, why? If there is no nexus between the Chief Minister and this company, why? Why is everything being awarded to one particular company? So literally because every project that gets awarded to this company, the Chief Minister and his family has a share, and that's why we have demanded for this inquiry. And also, this infamous project has not only met its purpose of irrigating 18 lakh acres, but in turn inundated thousands of acres of land by its backwaters. So on the whole, this project is a total fiasco. We have also briefed the CBI on some of the known irregularities. When I say known, these are just a few that have come to light. There is probably much more, we are sure, that we were unable to unearth. So of the few that we were able to unearth, were instances like the cost of the equipment used was hiked many times over. Say for example, equipment that cost this contractor just 1600 crores of rupees from the BHEL has been shown to have costed them 7,500 crores of rupees, thereby making a clear profit of 6,000 crores just there. And the same with all the other details. Say for example, motors were purchased for say X amount, but they were shown to have been purchased for 4x or 5x. So the project that would have otherwise costed just at the most 40,000 crores of rupees, 40,000 crores, yes, has in fact costed 1,20,000 crores and still going upward. So please understand that while one Chief Minister, my father, wanted to do this same project at the cost of 38,000 crores of rupees, why has it costed another Chief Minister 1,20,000 crores of rupees? Is the big question. And also there are another instance for criminal abuse of power is that the contracts were not only awarded to empaneled companies but non-empaneled companies, and on negotiation basis. So there is no basis of allotting or awarding these companies awarding works to these companies. So many rules were broken, many clauses were manipulated to make sure that these works were awarded to colliding parties. The people of Telangana deserve to know on what basis were these works awarded and why majority of the works were awarded to just one particular company called the Mega Engineering Company. And then the quality of works is so disappointingly horrible and the design so bad that it has in fact baffled the experts. The experts have been from the beginning advising against the design of this project because the whole engineering of this project itself is flawed. While the experts have advised against underground pumping stations, for example, because underground pumping stations are vulnerable to the fury of nature like floods or earthquakes, the government went in for underground pumping stations just so it will allow them to hike the project cost by at least 30%. So things like these. And the protection walls, for example, that were supposed to be made of solid concrete were made of just cheaper materials. So this project or the walls could not hold the flood, and the deluge of the waters just flooded the Bahubali motors. And so what remains today is just scrap. So there are many things like this. I mean, when my father 15 years ago made the Devadula project, almost 15 years ago, and that stood the test of time, why couldn't KCR's Kaleshwaram stand? In just 3 years, while Devadala project received more water than this Kaleshwaram received, while Devadala project received 29 lakh cusecs of water in the recent floods and still stood firm, Kaleshwaram project could not even handle 28 lakh cusecs of water. That only proves the competency of one leader YSR and the incompetency and the corruption of another leader KCR. And to top all this up, Mr. KCR has also made a fool of himself by ridiculously claiming that this flood is actually a conspiracy theory, a conspiracy by foreign powers, that they resorted to cloud seeding, thereby causing the flood, which in turn inundated the pump houses. So on the whole, what we are trying to say is a project that cost 1,20,000 crores of rupees already spent is a huge amount, and this money is not notional money, it's actual money loaned by these central financial institutions. If that is just the capital cost of this company, then the annual cost of maintaining this project is going to be more than 10,000 crores of rupees every year, because there is going to be the debt servicing and there is going to be the electrical charges, because water has to be lifted, all the water, this is the lift irrigation scheme, all the water has to be lifted and filled into the reservoirs. So there is a huge burden. There has been a huge burden on the center, because this is a national thing, because the funds came from the central financial institutions, and then it is going to be a huge burden for the state, because it's going to be an annual burden for the state as well. So the question arises, why is no action being taken against a contractor that caused all these pump houses to be submerged? So there are three major projects, like I told you, in Telangana: the Kaleshwaram, the Mission Bhagiratha, and the Palamur Rangareddy project. All of them awarded to this one particular company. But when irregularities happened, no action has been taken against this person. The question arises, why? Kaleshwaram sank in 3 years, no action has been taken. Mission Bhagirath is a project that was meant to give water through pipelines to every household. And so the pipes used were old pipes, the water tanks were just repainted and the project name written on it like it was a new project, like it was a newly made thing. And almost 8 or 10 people died of the polluted water from this project, yet no action is being taken. The same with Palamur Rangareddy project, 5 people died of irresponsible working conditions and yet no action has been taken. Why? Why is this one person protected so much is the question. I must also say that one officer, the GST Intelligence Director, has claimed that this person, Mega Engineering, is been sitting on 70,000 crores of black money and is liable to pay 12,000 crores of GST. So when all these allegations are against this person, why isn't anything happening? This person is today one of the richest. His name is in the Forbes list. And so should we assume that he is able to walk scot-free? Is that the reason? That he is able to manage people, manage the system? Is that why we are letting him go? The money, the corruption, the nexus between this man and the Chief Minister of Telangana, KCR, is so huge that today KCR lives a lavish life. He lives in palace-style farmhouses. He is buying aeroplanes. He is buying helicopters. He has huge land banks, and these land banks will only appreciate. And he has also floated a national party called the Bharatiya Rashtra Samiti. Where is all this money coming from? Where did the Chief Minister get all this money from? At one point in time in history, this Chief Minister, this is the same man who used to go on a scooter. And today he is buying aeroplanes and floating newer parties. How is this even possible if there is no corruption? And if somebody does not investigate, how is this even going to come out? And why isn't anybody investigating? Today KCR is the richest politician in India. And yet nobody does anything. Why? Against this Kaleshwaram project, against the corruption in Kaleshwaram project, the leaders of opposition, Mr. Revanth Reddy, Mr. Bandi Sanjay, don't talk much because they are paid off by mega company. But even the BJP leaders, the central leaders of BJP party, say for example Nirmala Sitharaman or Shekhawat, minister, all these people say that this Kaleshwaram project is acting like an ATM to KCR. All these people say that KCR is milking from Kaleshwaram. All these people know that there is corruption in Kaleshwaram. Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman also stated that the percentage at which this Kaleshwaram, the loans came in for this Kaleshwaram is huge at like 8.5% to 10.9%. So how does it even sustain a project? See, she even quoted these numbers and raised this question. So when you people who are in power know the amount of corruption that is involved in this project, why isn't BJP doing anything? Unless you are hand in glove with them. The BJP has to answer this question. Are you also being paid off? Do you also have an interest in this? Why are you protecting the Chief Minister? Why isn't there an inquiry into the Kaleshwaram project? This is probably the biggest scam in India. This is the mega scam of India. Mega by mega, I mean the mega engineering and the mega in size. Why isn't anybody doing anything? We are protecting our country from external forces very zealously. That's amazing. But what are we doing about the forces that are internally destroying us? If nobody does anything and these people are walking scot-free, then what is going to happen to the future of India? I am talking about 1 lakh crores of rupees that has costed this nation. 1 lakh crore of rupees was given into this project. Whose money is that? That is the people's money. That is the taxpayers' money. Just imagine 1 lakh crore of rupees. How many zeros is that? 7, 5. How many zeros is that? 7 plus 5. Whose money is this? And why isn't anybody doing anything about this? Therefore, we have actually quoted in our detailed complaint the package numbers, the figures. We have in fact submitted everything we could gather to the CBI. And the CBI director has assured us that a DIG level rank officer is going to look into this. But YSR Telangana party here demands that even the BJP party does something about it. When you come to our state and talk about this corruption, when you can come to our state and ask votes, when you can come to our states and talk about the corruption involved in this scam, why can't you take any action? You are in authority here. What prevents you from taking action? What prevents you from commissioning an inquiry? This is my straight question to the BJP heads in Delhi. This has ruined our state. And this is not the only project. Projects like these have been happening in Telangana. Time and again I am saying this one person has been awarded every project in the state of Telangana. Yet nothing is happening. Why? Does this happen all over India? In every state? Does one person get all the projects? Like there is nobody else competent enough to carry on any other contracts or projects? So, a CBI inquiry is a must. And I also challenge the Chief Minister of Telangana that if you are indeed clean, as you claim to be, then you have nothing to hide. Please cooperate. In fact, please ask for a CBI inquiry yourself into the corruption of the Kaleshwaram project. And if nothing is going to happen further, even after we giving a complaint to the CBI and even after myself demanding the BJP heads to do something about it, and if still nothing happens, we are going to file a writ petition. And also, I would implore the opposition parties that if this corruption continues, it is going to ruin not only our state, but slowly our country also. Governments like these should not be allowed to function anymore. In 8 years' time, just in 8 years' time, a state whose budget was in surplus has become a debt-ridden state. There is a debt of more than 4.5 lakh crores on the state of Telangana today. It is the newest state. It is the youngest state. In just 8 years, we have managed to burden ourselves with a debt of 4.5 lakh crores. What is that? What kind of governance is that? And if this KCR's government is allowed any further, this is going to ruin our state. So I implore the opposition parties to please go to the President and ask that a President rule be imposed in the state of Telangana immediately. The Chief Minister of Telangana has no moral right to continue as the Chief Minister of Telangana. And if he has any gratitude to the people who voted him to power, he should resign immediately. Chief Minister of Telangana has no moral right